Good morning and welcome to Temple University. Today you're going to meet some of our wonderful Frances Velay Research Fellows. We have our best and brightest female students from across the college studying computer science, working at our field station and working in laboratory science. We worked hard this summer on professional development activities for the students, and we're also encouraging our Frances Velay Fellows to provide advice and mentorship to younger students. The Frances Velay Fellows program has become integrated into our research programs across the college here at Temple. We want to thank you for what you've done for the students. We want to thank you for how our college has benefited, and we look forward to continuing the work that we've done. Again, thank you.
Hi, my name is Trisha Gulapudi, and I am a genomic medicine major and a sophomore here at Temple University. In the future, after completing my bachelor's in science, I hope to pursue an MD PhD in molecular and cellular biology. This summer, I had the privilege of working with Dr. Morione at the Sabaro Institute of Cancer Research here at Temple to learn more about a known tumor suppressor, RBL2-P130, and what cellular pathways through which it prevents tumor formation. And being able to work on this was really rewarding because it is an important topic to identify new targets for immunotherapies and future cancer treatments. One thing I'd like to share to any younger students hoping to pursue research is to be prepared to fail. So I think research work's a very different part of your brain than regular school and academia. And in my first 2 and 3 weeks working in the lab, I made an uncountable number of mistakes, big and small. But I think without those, I wouldn't have learned and improved my technical skills if I didn't have the mentor and community that allowed me to make those mistakes, and they just helped me keep going. So be prepared to fail and be prepared to learn. There's a lot of information and it's a really steep learning curve. Finally, I'd like to thank the Frances Velay Fellowship Program and all of its sponsors for this opportunity. I would not have been able to experience my first time in a research lab and have worked this summer if it wasn't for this program, and I really appreciate everything that they did for me.
Hi, my name is Kendall Pickney and my major is neuroscience. I'm a junior here at Temple University, and in the future I hope to become a researcher or industrial pharmacist. So for my project, I focused on the role of ALCAM in metastatic melanoma cell lines. And overall, the goal was to see if we could use CRISPR-Cas9 to decrease ALCAM expression over several different cell lines. And so our hope was that by decreasing our hope was to see that if we use CRISPR-Cas9 to decrease ALCAM expression, to see if that could decrease the overall proliferation and invasiveness of metastatic melanoma cells. One really cool thing that I learned during my project was the process of transfection and how gene editing looks in a lab setting. And one piece of advice that I would give to younger students is to not be scared to apply for opportunities like this, just because it's such a great opportunity and it's a really exciting thing to do, especially when it's your first time working in a research lab like me. And so I just wanted to thank the Frances Velay Fellowship for this opportunity because it helped me realize that I wanted to continue doing research in the future.
Hello, my name is Emily Arroyo. My major is biology, and I'm a senior here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to pursue dental school. During my undergrad, I was super interested in doing research, so this program really helped me expand my wings in that field. During the summer, I worked with Dr. Gregory Smutzer on making aspirin microparticle films. I think that this is an important topic to research about because everyone takes medication daily, whether it's prescribed for you daily or just an over-the-counter medicine. These microparticle films help to reduce choking in children and people with any type of swallowing disorder, and it also helps to mask any unpleasant taste that comes along with any medication. During this program, I learned a lot about over-the-counter medicines, especially aspirin. I learned that it is a natural irritant to your GI tract and how, and also the many benefits such as like minor aches and pains. And I learned that in its natural state, it's very, very bitter and sour, and it lasts for a long time in like the taste receptors. So what I was able to accomplish in my project was to actually mask the overall taste of raw aspirin, and I was also able to like homogenize them in a solid film that you're able to take without water. And one piece of advice that I would give to a younger student is to definitely do this program earlier. As I told you, I am a senior, and I would have loved to do this earlier if I had the chance. And I would just like to thank the Frances Velay program for giving me this opportunity because I really enjoyed it.
Hello, my name is Madison Wolf. I'm a neuroscience major in CST with minors in mathematics and German. I'm currently a senior here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to become a research scientist. After graduating, I hope to work as a research technician before pursuing a PhD. Over the summer, I had the opportunity to work in the Cosmeter lab where I studied the role of S100AA in mitochondrial DNA damage due to cigarette smoke-induced lung damage. This project is important because of S100AA's potential as a therapeutic target in lung injury, such as emphysema. In my project, I learned various techniques and we were able to produce some significant findings. At the end of the summer, I participated in my first research symposium. One piece of advice I would like to pass on to younger students is that if you're interested in research, I would suggest trying it out just to see if it's for you. The CST and URP programs are great because you get to participate for a summer under some great mentors. Finally, I would like to thank the Frances Velay Fellowship Program for giving me this great opportunity on my path to becoming a research scientist.
Hello, my name's Erin Martin. My major is biochemistry and I'm a sophomore here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to become possibly a PhD candidate and complete my education from there. Overall, the project that I worked on this summer included the protein ferritin with some iron sequestered in its core. And this project, I also worked with liposomes, overall working to replicate a system where ferritin and cell membranes or cells would go together to go through lipid peroxidation, which would hopefully work to destroy a cell. And this representation hopefully is going to create a more targeted cancer therapy. One piece of advice that I would like to pass on to younger students would be to just go and talk to your professors, see what opportunities are around, just apply to everything and see what happens. And then also with this, I'd like to say a big thank you to the Frances Velay Fellowship for this program and giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Hello, my name is Patrice Masoke. My major is genomic medicine with an IS&T minor. I'm a junior here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to become a pediatrician. This summer, I had the opportunity to work in Dr. Khan's lab over at the Lewis Katz Medical School. The main focus of the lab was cardiac regeneration. My project was a smaller piece. It focused on the role of UCP2 in chronic kidney disease-associated heart failure. This summer, I worked in Dr. Khan's lab over at the medical school, and the main focus of his lab is cardiac regeneration. My focus was a small part in the project, and it was the role of UCP2 in chronic kidney disease-associated heart failure. Essentially, UCP2 is a protein found in the mitochondria, and its main goal is cellular metabolism, so we wanted to study how that was affected in a heart that had CKD. One thing I learned in this project, there was a lot of techniques that I had to learn considering this was my first time in an actual lab. I think one of my favorite things was being able to genotype the mice from tail snips to running a gel electrophoresis. I think that was probably really cool as I was able to do it on my own. One piece of advice I would like to pass down to younger students is that don't be afraid to make mistakes and ask questions. This was my first time in a lab, so I was bound to make a mistake, sooner rather than later. And I had to get over that leap of just, going to my mentor and asking, how do I do this? Like, what can I do better? And things like that. So don't be afraid. Lastly, I'd like to thank the Frances Velay Fellowship Program. This was a great opportunity for me to get into a lab as I want to go to medical school. I think research is an important part of that journey, and you can't knock it till you try it. So thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Vandasa Tasya. My major is biology and I'm a senior here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to pursue a medical school and get my MD PhD degree. So during the summer, I decided to work on characterizing the novel effectors in the progranulin EphA2 axis in bladder cancer. So through my project, I have learned many useful experimental procedures like immunoprecipitation, Western blot analysis, cell culturing, SDS shell run, and etc. And what I have accomplished through my project is that I was able to characterize the interaction between FARP1 protein and progranulin EphA2 axis in bladder cancer. One piece of advice that I would like to pass on to younger students is that please get involved in research and get considerable experience in research lab. And last thing, I would like to thank to Frances Velay Fellowship Program for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lizette Farley. My major is mathematics with teaching, and I'm a junior here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to become a high school math teacher, hopefully in the Philly area. My project was on fixed point theory, and while it didn't really have any real life applications as far as I'm aware right now, it really did broaden what we do know about fixed point mappings. So that was why it was really important to me. It helped me just learn a lot more about the topic. Throughout the project, I learned a lot just from either the Velay activities or from my advisor. I learned a lot about what I can do in grad school and different opportunities I can have with my major, as well as more advanced proofing techniques and different ways of doing math in different fields. One piece of advice that I'd give to younger students is really just to take any opportunity they have to explore what they love. Without this project, I never really would have gotten into research, and I love it so much that I'd probably like to continue doing it even in grad school. And then I'd also like to thank Frances Velay Fellowship Program for this opportunity. Like I said, it's been an amazing time. I've had so much fun doing this, and I would really love to keep doing it.
Hello, my name is Sadia Rahat, and my major is biochemistry. I'm a sophomore here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to become either a PhD grad student in biochemistry, chem bio, or hopefully a med student. My project focused on triple negative breast cancer, and the main reason why it was so important was because many individuals who had triple negative breast cancer, even after they were treated with chemotherapy, they saw that over time they would have a second type of cancer, and it would be a lung cancer because the cancer would end up spreading elsewhere. Some of the things that I accomplished or learned during this project was I learned how fast the lung tumor cells can really spread throughout the body from the breast cancer, and it was just very interesting to see how such a small amount of cells can just turn into something so drastic, and how big of an impact that can have on someone. And a lot of the things that I was taught to do was a lot of chemical staining. So we would inject the mice, and then we would, after a couple of weeks, we would take the lungs from those mice, and then we would wax them, and then we would cut them, and then we would put them on slides, and then we would see where those tumor cells spread and what happened. And it just taught me how to really appreciate the science that we learned and how big of an impact it would have in the future. And something that I would really tell younger students would say, just always be persistent and try new labs, try different things, and try to figure out what best fits you, because that's really important, and to never be shy to ask questions, because those questions are only going to help you. And I would really want to thank the Frances Velay Fellowship for this program and this opportunity, because I would never have learned so much this summer without them.
Hello, my name is Sophia Taboda. I'm an environmental science major with a concentration in geochemistry, and I'm a junior here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to become some sort of scientist that works closely with policymakers to make some sort of change on the environment and have some sort of impact on environmental remediation. The hope is that we can have farmers use their depleted land and rent it out to solar companies, and by practicing agrivoltaics, they can possibly have improved soil qualities. I tested the soils under the solar panels and around the solar panels to see if there was any improved physical or chemical properties, and if there was, it makes an incentive for farmers to get more involved with the solar industry, not only contributing to more renewable energy, but having an additional source of income for themselves as well. During this project, I learned more how an academic lab works, which is not something I was ever exposed to before, and I also learned more about what a career in research could look like, which really helped me narrow down my career choices. And one piece I would have to younger students is to never underestimate your abilities. In high school, you are a completely different person than you are from the person you are in college, and your college is always a time to keep improving on yourself and to challenge yourself. So never underestimate yourself, and don't be afraid to try new things, because now's the time to do it. Lastly, I'd like to thank Frances Velay for sponsoring this program and this great opportunity. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Amira Garipov. I'm a double major, majoring in chemistry and neuroscience, and I'm a sophomore here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to become a chemist and work in a lab somewhere. I did my project on developing the tetrazonation reaction, and it was important because it expanded the field of chemistry just a little bit. In my project, I learned more about what it's like to actually work in a lab, and I gained some of the skills I need to do that in the future. And to younger students, I would tell them to find opportunities to do what you want to do as soon as possible. And I want to thank the Frances Velay Fellowship program for this opportunity.
Hello, my name is Elena Peeler. My major is biochemistry, and I am a junior here at Temple University. In the future, I hope to become a researcher in cosmetic chemistry. For my project, I worked on developing edible film formulations that included vitamin E oil. This is a supplement that many people take. This project was important because edible films have allowed for better patient experience when taking different medications, whether in pill or tablet form. Through working on this project, I learned how to use my problem-solving skills. These skills allowed me to form an edible film formulation that best incorporated the vitamin E oil. If I could pass on one piece of advice to younger students, I would say explore your opportunities and use your resources that you have access to. Thank you to the Frances Velay Fellowship program for this opportunity.
Hi, my name's Anne. I'm a biochemistry major with a minor in anthropology. I'm a junior at Temple University. In the future, I hope to go to medical school and get my MD PhD degree in order to practice both medicine and be a researcher. And my project was about analyzing the efficacy of feedback loop thinking in order to see how well students can grasp systems level thinking in order to better solve problems. In this project, because it was so novel, I learned about how intense it is to sort of pilot a new project, as well as the amount of work that goes into pedagogical projects. And one piece of advice I would have for younger students is to just be passionate about what you're doing. Regardless if it's classwork or research, just enjoying what you do makes things a lot easier. So thanks for the Frances Velay Fellowship program for giving me this opportunity.
Hi, my name is Emily Spencer. My major is ecology. My major is ecology, evolution, and biodiversity with a minor in philosophy. I am a senior here at Temple University, and I am applying to doctoral programs right now because I'd like to pursue origin of life research in the future. This summer, I got to complete a project about the taxonomy and evolutionary history of malarial parasites, and it was a really great opportunity to learn about phylogenetic techniques in biology. I'd say that the most important thing that I learned through my project was just what doing research is like. I'd always thought that research seemed interesting, and this project gave me the opportunity to focus entirely on a research project, which wouldn't have been possible without your funding. One piece of advice that I would give to younger students is, I'm a non-traditional student, so I came back to college in my mid-20s, and I would just say take advantage of the opportunities that you have at Temple. There's so many, and you can really make a lot out of your time here. Thank you guys so much for the funding for doing this project. I had a really great time, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.